Hi, coaches. Just want to take a minute here to show you how to use the core functionality of Bounce to manage your on-court lessons. Here, I'm on the Home or Clients tab where I have all of my clients listed along the left, as well as the data for each one of them from all of our on-court and remote lessons. The way that works is that after a lesson, players receive a feedback experience where they can reflect on what they learned in the lesson, where they're feeling most and least confident, and what they'd like to work on next time. And you as the coach get a similar experience. So for here, we'll look at Trey and all of his data from our on-court lessons, as well as any remote lessons he's taken. And you can see that we've started to aggregate the data for the things that I've worked on with Trey on the court, as well as the data from each individual lesson. We had a lesson together on the 13th in which a reflection is still needed for me, so I can go ahead and do that. And here, I'll just reflect on which skills we spent time on. So I'll select dink, drives, and drops. And then I can order those on time spent. And this just helps Bounce, the platform, to understand where we're spending most time. So in the future, we can help you and the player inform where you might want to put more or less time on the court, and even start suggesting different types of training programs you might want to do with the player. So I'll move on next. And for each of those specific skills, I can put whether my feedback is positive, neutral, or critical. So positive is great job. Obviously, you can be a lot more descriptive. You can upload a voice note or a video note for the player as well. And you can even bring in an image. And you'll do that for each of the skills that you worked on. Nice, and maybe poor. And you'll save it. And you can elaborate on this as much as you like, make it really quick and to the point like I've done, or take your time and add a lot of media to the file. And when you save that, it will be there for the player and for you forever, as you'll have this full lesson history. The next part is the calendar. And the calendar is just that. It's a place where you can open up your schedule to allow players to book you proactively and add those lessons to your native calendar, or you can also create lessons or clinics proactively. So here, I'll click on Friday at 11 a.m., where I know I want to create a group clinic for my typical pickleball 3-0 to 3-5 group. There are 6 players. This is going to be a private clinic, so only players that I invite or who have access to the link can join it. And I can also add players directly from Bounce, given that they're one of my clients. And to make them one of your clients, they just need to have taken a lesson from you previously. So it's a really good way to proactively invite players and minimize the administration needed on their side. No more back and forth. You can just click and go. You can decide whether to collect payments off platform, which we support, or if you'd like to use Bounce for payments, we support that as well. So here is your unique page for that clinic. You'll publish it. Your players will receive a notification that they've been added to this clinic on Friday the 20th at 11 a.m. And if it was a mistake, they can click a button to exit. Next up, we have the Services tab, where we have just that, a list of all your services, whether it be your on-court lessons, your remote lessons, or if you like, you can upload premium content and run your own subscription business, all through Bounce. You also have some statistics on your performance up here on top, the number of lessons you've given by on-court, remote, and then for your subscription business, how many subscribers you have, and your total revenue. We track the revenue for all payments that are collected in the Bounce platform. If you decide not to use the platform for payments because you're using court booking software at your club, or you prefer dealing in cash, that's fine. It just won't be tracked here. And then lastly, we have the listing page where you can stand out. It's your own personal website where you can let players know more about you, your schedule, what your lessons are like, any kind of certifications you might have with associations, and then you'll have your schedule here if you want players to book directly. So these are just a few of the tools that you can use to manage your on-court business. We'll have more videos that you can watch in the future. And as always, please get in touch if you have any questions, feedback, or ideas.